beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. To get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Clemson Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This quarterback has earned a reputation as being one of the elite guys in the sport for just an electric skill set.
Yeah, this is a guy that can really do everything for you. They do a nice job of building their offensive game plan around his skill set, and I think this offense trusts every decision he makes.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Oh, he fought hard there. Broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. A quick throw out left, complete. He's in the clear. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. And the Tigers come to the line to run the hurry up. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. The receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And completion makes it 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Randall. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. 6th play of the drive coming up. A play action, looking to throw. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch! They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this is a great way to start this game for this offense. Everything seems to be clicking. Quarterback's making great decisions. Here he makes a perfect throw to the receiver for a nice touchdown to get this game started right.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense out there for their first possession. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football. I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Simpson. It's complete. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's brought down out at the 46.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook could really open up on 2nd and inches.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Looks right for a quick completion. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. A deep shot to the left side. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Here we go. That huge explosive play has set the offense up in the red zone. QB decides to keep it here. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown. 1st and 10.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Tries the right with a quick throw. Catch made, a lot of space now. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. On 1st down, it's play action. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He makes the grab. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. 1st down to the 27. Ball handed off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. In the red area, it's Haynes. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of 1. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this 1st quarter. And as we move to the 2nd quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll run it here. And they'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Throw to the running back in the flat. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be first and goal. The Tigers will line up here on first down and goal. Quarterback still with the football. Rolls all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Running play goes backwards. Makes it second down and 12 now. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Third down play for this offense. The RPO caught to the right. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Tight end goes in motion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. With the catch, it's Young. Here he goes. They bring him down after a short gain there. Crucial third down play right here. To throw, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Porton. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Makes a quick catch. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Now it's second down here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. They come up third and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Quarterback keeps the football. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. Perfect aim and good loft on this one. That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. He's got it with room to run. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock. And that's a costly penalty. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. to bootleg here. That's caught. It's Williams. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Oh, and he can't make the catch on the crossing route. And that's going to bring out 4th down now. And the Tigers will line up to boot it away. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Back to throw. It's Simpson. The sure hands. It's Miller. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. 2nd down after that completion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. This is away, a very good kick, high and toward the sideline. A little bit less than 30 seconds to go before halftime, and it'll be 1st and 10. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Williams. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Running back has it on the screen now. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Springfield. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Tigers will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Catch is made. Room to run here. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. It's a quarterback keeper. He's past the marker and still going.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it, big positive yards, and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Trying to run it. It's Miller. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And that run produces a decent gain. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. And he drops it. Can you believe it? This defense is hanging tough, and they punch it in from the 3 on third and goal. To the air, it's Simpson. He's got it right near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line. So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. After the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. And he'll drop back here on third down. Over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go. And the Tigers will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Throwing off play action. Makes the grab. It's Young. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the mark. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this. Oh, the ball is out. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's got it, enough for a first down. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run here, lets it go. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaks into the clear. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Miller. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down. Throws it away. And now 4th down coming up. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. He was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. And it's good right down the middle. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Handoff in a single back formation. Got the first down and still motoring. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. To throw, it's Klubnik. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. He's in the clear. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the wideout. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, a second down. Working clock with the ground game. And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. The pocket breaking down. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Oh, and he knocks it right through. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Returner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. Quick throw caught on the left side. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. The grab down the middle. It's Horton. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. A quick throw out left, complete. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking downfield. It's Simpson. Lets it fly to the wideout. What a catch! They make the tackle, but nice game. Sets them up first down at the 14.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency, and that's a great example that he's up to it.
Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Here's the handoff. The stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Oh, would have been a game-clinching interception. Couldn't hold on. Brings up second down. Now they come up 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to pass here on second down. Touchdown! They take the lead in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to, can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go?
And now the important PAT to make it a 3-point lead. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. The receiver grabs it. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the 4th quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Off with RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. They need to score quickly here, try to dial up some big plays. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. It's dropped. It would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Well, how about that? This guy comes in with all the pressure in the world, and he ties it up. I think we might be looking at some extended time in this one.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. So here comes our first play of overtime. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the completion made. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that 1st down.
The Tigers will have their offense on the field as we begin overtime. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking to the end zone. It's a touchdown as they jump on top during overtime.
What a security blanket for this quarterback. When in doubt, just throw it to the big man and let him go up and make the catch for the touchdown.
And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT. PAT puts them in front by 7. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. And it's a touchdown. They're an extra point away from double OT. Or you go for 2 and win it right now.
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
And now for the crucial extra point to tie this up and force a 2nd overtime. Point after, knocked right through. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. There's the handoff. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. And here's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short. So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they jump back in front. So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. On the ground, it's Haynes. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. To throw, it's Klubnik. Quick throw to his receiver. Wide open downfield. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
So 1st and goal here. Can they punch it in and win the football game? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he's in. It's a touchdown to win the game. A double overtime classic.
Here they just rely on the big boys up front to get a good push, get some tough yards to put 6 points up on the board.